G'day folks, welcome back to Dune Awakening. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, I feel like we managed to get quite a lot of stuff done. A lot of training and the Atreides questline, and we also found those industrial pumps as well. And thanks to that, we have actually done a little bit of an upgrade to our equipment. We've got the industrial dew scythe, the blood extractor Mark IV, and we even have like a brand new weapon as well. So I'm kind of excited to give this thing a try. I just need to remember though that the rate of fire is quite low. I don't know if this is an automatic weapon or if it's semi-auto or what the deal is. But we'll give it a try when we find some enemies. In this episode, I sort of want to focus on a couple of things. I did mention in the previous episode that I found the location of the fourth trial. So that's probably the first on the list. And we know that at this stage, the game is starting to move us into the Missa Taril area. So I'm keen on seeing if we can actually just traverse through here, perhaps maybe with the buggy, just to see if we can gather up materials while we're on the way. I mean, I don't mind going there with the sand bike either, but I figure maybe we take the buggy with us. Speaking of the buggy, let's just make sure that we've got all of the materials that we need. We've got plenty of fuel cells here, which, to be honest, maybe I should be just dropping in some fuel cells over here, just so that we don't have to carry so much on us. And yeah, I'm just making sure that we've got, fuel cells for refueling this thing. And speaking of refueling, it's probably a good idea that we refuel right now, because we might run out of juice if we're not careful. We should have some spare fuel cells here as well, just in case. So yeah, I probably have like a couple to use, so let's just drop that in there so we're not having to carry everything. Oh, and I've got a bit of basalt here on me, which I've forgotten to let go of, so let me just quickly drop that in, free up our inventory a little bit, and should maybe let go of that. Can just do the research there. We're regularly sort of carrying a lot of stuff on us, which is, I suppose, a little bit problematic. But I guess it's just the weight of all of this equipment. We've also got, obviously, a couple of medium blood sacks here, which I probably do want to upgrade to large blood sacks eventually. What I am getting a little bit worried about is the condition of our buggy, guys. So our treads are looking pretty bad. I have done a repair between episodes, but I suppose they could give out within this episode, or perhaps maybe the next one. So maybe we're going to need to make like the next tier buggy. I can't remember if it's a Mark III or Mark IV or something like that. But yeah, I am just headed to the location of the trial, so I might actually cut when we get there. Right guys, I think we're in the right area where I want to start making our ascent. So we do need to leave the buggy somewhere. I really don't know if this is a good spot to leave the buggy, but I sort of need to leave it. And yeah, we just need to see if we can make our way up. The suspensor belt is really going to be doing the heavy lifting for us here, so we should be able to get to this location, if I can remember correctly how to get there. But just for your reference, if you're trying to find the best place to start, I'm sort of doing it from this spot here, where you can see this rock formation that sort of forms a bit of a bridge above us. You could probably climb up from like other areas like that way if you wanted to, but I think this is a nice sort of shortcut. Do we want to call it a shortcut? Maybe a shortcut? Maybe not. But yeah. So a bit of a combination between using the suspensor belt and also just a little bit of climbing, potentially. I do just want to look for some of these ledges here that should let us recharge our power a little bit, so it's not so difficult for us to try and get up here. Okay, looks good. Let's keep going up. Okay, getting close, and you can see already in front of us there's a bit more of a sort of man-made rock formation here. Yeah, some ruins, if you want to call it that. And yeah, if we just climb up here, we should find a pathway that just leads us to where we need to go. Yes, there's a little bit of climbing involved though. There was a bit of a sandstorm that I had to wait out a little bit between cuts, guys, so I actually played around with the new weapon that we've just created, and it is actually really sick. So I can't wait to show you guys and actually get into some fights if we do have a chance to do that in this episode. Nice close-up view of the hammer there. Okay, so this is what I found when I came up here last time, and yeah, there are a whole bunch of sort of dead people here, some of which are wearing like different uniforms. This is like an Atreides uniform, so I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but one thing that we could do is extract some blood and use our new blood extractor, and this thing extracts like heaps of blood. Like, I guess maybe it depends on how fresh the body is, but it did say before that it was collecting like 4,000 blood or something like that. Perhaps maybe with bodies that are just like have been hanging around, maybe there's not a lot of blood in it remaining, but we'll use it again once we are in combat, and we'll see how much blood we can actually extract from it. But that means it should mean that I'm spending less time, essentially, gathering blood all the time.
The Sayadina and I made the long climb to hang a new prayer flag today. What a marvel that even in her advanced years, the Reverend Dejana can still scramble up the rocks like a spider. The only pity is, the prayer flag was of our own making. It seems an age since any siege community has gifted us with a woven symbol of devotion. There are so few pilgrims these days. But we here stayed true to our history and our faith, though the off-worlders daily encroach upon us with their mines and their harvesters. Though a growing rabble of Kirab grows even bolder around our borders. We will remain faithful until the day we proudly answer the 7 mystic questions and pass into paradise with joy in our hearts.
Okay, that was a bit of a long exposition there, so just needed to wait until that was over. Alright, let's inhale the spice and get high on spice. God, our still suit looks so cool. Alright, so what do we need to do this time? About to find out. Let's find a pathway.
How do we honor the Creator? Ibn Qurtayba. Our enemies are as blades of grass mown down. Do you understand, Wali?
I suppose these trials are technically supposed to just teach you a little bit about the game, right? Like, we might have already been doing a lot of the things that the trial requires us to do. Oh, got a bit of a crowd. Let's take that.
Our God gave us the gift of time and the words of the Kitam Alibar. Knowledge without action is empty. Be like us.
Right, I suppose we just need to defend ourselves. Maybe it's like a survival trial or whatever.
During our wandering, we came to Salusa's goodness. It was a place devoid of
Whoa,
gods.
look at that in the background. Oh, maybe I should be paying attention to what's going on around me.
They denied us the heart. Never to forget.
Yeah, not sure if we actually have some HP to work with here, but it doesn't look like it. 3-on-1. Fair fight. Oh! What? Okay, maybe we're supposed to lose.
Mount over thy heart, the fire of God set alight. Thine enemies shall fall.
Awaken prescience. The hell? An ult. Like an ult attack. Oh, we have like a whole bunch of skills. What the hell? I have no idea what all these skills do. Maybe I know what the knee attack is though. What's this last one though? Oh, maybe it's a lunge attack? Very cool. I do like that. Oh no. Let's bunch them together. Yes. The guy's wearing something really strange on his back. Alright, very good. So, I suppose this is a state that we
How do
can
we honor the Creator?
go
We
into.
fight. Remember Salusa Secundus. Be like Haifa.
But the question is, how do we go into this state? Like, I assume there's spice involved. Maybe this is how we learn how to actually consume spice. Possibly.
Ibn Kertaiwa. The fire of God set alight. How do we honor the Creator?
We fight.
We fight. Remember Salusa Secundus. Bila Kaifa.
And let us awaken. I wonder if this is also going to give us the last skill slot. Make that available. Finally, trial number 4 complete. So, I guess we have one trial left to try and do. You're now experiencing the effects of spice. Consuming spice or being exposed to spice fields allows you to progress towards a prescient state. The prescient state allows you to access a third ability, reduces ability cooldowns, and increases damage dealt. It also grants immunity to poison effects. Oh, I see. So, are we saying the third ability is only available during the prescient state? Spice withdrawal. After experiencing a prescient state, you will experience a withdrawal phase, where you cannot consume spice. Your tolerance to spice also increases, making it more difficult to reach the prescient state again. Over time, your tolerance level will decay, but you can choose to overcome it by consuming greater quantities of spice instead. Choice is yours. So there's a bit of a push-pull mechanic there. Very interesting. So, now that we know how to access that last ability, yes, I think this is now available to us, so we may as well choose an ability to use. The question is, what? What is the best thing? Eye of the Storm is what we had access to before. I don't know, do we go with a blade skill? Could be good. Crippling Strike was pretty cool. Foil. I think maybe we even replace Deflection. We've been using Deflection for quite a bit. But now that I know what Crippling Strike does, I might actually chuck that there. And then I'm just trying to think of maybe another skill that would be good. Bindu Sprint. Override your nervous system and musculature with immense surge of activity, allowing you to run forward at an incredible speed. Okay, so you'd be able to run faster, essentially, for a short period of time. The question is how long, though. Any other skills that we want to try and use? Well, I might not have the skill points for stuff. Prana Bindu Strikes. You tap into your training to deliver a rapid series of powerful, painful strikes. Maybe this is the unarmed attacks that we've seen enemies do on us. Wooting Step. Combining the voice and limited form of Bindu Sprint, you force a single enemy to ignore you while moving with superhuman speed behind them. Could be interesting. Oh man. Poison capsule. Sentinel. So this is like turrets, shield wall, anti-grav field. Explosive grenade. I have been wanting to throw grenades for a while. I wonder if this is something that we should be using for our last ability. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it simple and perhaps maybe just do blade skills for now. Eye of the Storm was pretty cool. So are we not able to use that while we're not in prescient state? Are we in prescient state now? How do I know? Okay. Very cool indeed. 20-second cooldown on that one. So that's quite long. Is there anything back this way? Not really. Hang on. Maybe the question I should be asking is there anything up this way? I don't know, maybe a hidden stash or something. Does continue upwards. Perhaps maybe we might actually manage to get above the hammer? There we go, and there's a destroyed Thopter up here. And we're rewarded for getting all the way to the top. Very cool. Alright, well, considering that that's all done, I think we do need to obviously get back to the buggy. Shouldn't be too difficult. We could probably just drop and make sure to just break our fall. And I would say the next objective is to try and get to that new area. See if we can gather up some materials out there and maybe even complete the quest. Mr. Tyrell, I think it's called. So my plan is to perhaps maybe cut, and I'll have you guys join me when we get around this area here, the Algarve area, and we'll sort of work our way into this area together. And perhaps maybe we can assault Iron Watch, come down here to interrogate Trip Yates. Maybe we can go to Mr. Tyrell. I don't really know what extent we can, you know, get there. But anyway, I'll cut when we get a little bit closer to that area. Right, folks, so we are in the Jabal Ifrit Al Janoub area, but this is sort of the section of it which we haven't exactly been to. We've sort of explored perhaps maybe up to this slaver camp here for a quest, but we've never exactly gone through this area. I think I've probably assaulted Peter's Nest myself, but yeah, we do need to try and navigate this area, so I'm hoping we can do it safely. We shall see. But yeah, I figure I'll take you guys on the journey with me, and we can sort of see what's out here. Peter's Nest is, I would have to say, kind of unremarkable. Just another slaver camp, so I decided not to include any of that footage. Yeah, just gonna need to have to skirt by it in the front of it. Just try to avoid getting sniped or anything like that, if we can help it. Okay. So this is the true place where we are starting a journey into Misatoril. I'm not entirely sure where it starts, actually. I think I see a border right here. So my expectation, though, is that the enemies in Misatoril will actually be quite difficult to deal with. Hopefully we have what it takes to at least slowly push through to try and get to our objective. Not entirely sure what that is right there in front of us. Oh, okay. This is just the ironworks. Right. One thing that might actually help us is if we tagged this mission here. Interrogate Trip Yates, so that should be our Atreides mission. Let's just find that. Here we go. Alright, so that should give us a marker to try and work our way to. Alright, it doesn't seem too difficult to just cross over into Misatoril, and I'm sort of just having a think about the location of our base and where we want to build next. And I almost feel like this would be a really ideal place just between Misatoril and Jabal Ifrit Al Garb. Just because that should give us access to metal or steel, should give us access to aluminium from the Eastern Shield Wall, Western Shield Wall, and then access to all of this. I don't know about getting to the Otterham from here. I think the Otterham might actually be blocked off from this area, but still, it's a decent place to, you know, operate from. Okay, we are in Misatoril. I am curious about the types of enemies that we're going to encounter here, so just gonna see if I can assault this camp. Perhaps maybe these are just... Oh, okay, yeah, we've seen these guys before. Not too difficult. These masquerade guys. So since this is a fresh body, I might actually extract some blood from it and just see how much we can get. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's about 4,000 milliliters. So that's really quite impressive. So I don't really have to go out extracting blood constantly. Try and fill up all of our blood bags. And then I did play around with the industrial dew scythe as well, and this thing is cool as hell, man. I mean, it makes it just so much easier to harvest all of this dew. So yeah, we don't even need to put in too much effort to harvest dew. Alright, so let's go back into the buggy and let's continue deeper. So, I am tempted to assault Ironwatch here, but perhaps maybe we don't need to do that, considering what we can find in there. I'm hoping we might naturally go there for a mission. But if we go to the Atreides quest line, perhaps maybe we can find some of the materials we're looking for. If not, then we can continue on to the... Oh, look at that. That's perhaps another trading post? I think it might be. We do need to make some kind of a crossing here. Makes me a little bit nervous, but I assume we can make it. Just need to keep an eye out on quicksand or stuff like that. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so we've got some familiar materials. Do we have aluminium from this place? I don't actually see any aluminium just yet. Okay, are we supposed to be going to the trading post? Yeah, perhaps we are. Well, let's get to it. May as well drop this off here. And let's have a chat with various people in here. Don't know who we can find exactly. Obviously some traders. More quests here, which I could try to accept. I'll just accept everything. We'll take a look at those contracts another day. Man, this guy looks decked out. Wonder if we could get armor like that. Who's this?
Hey, friend, what can I do you for, huh?
Oh, this is the guy we're looking for. Trip Yates. I need information.
That's so. Maybe it's old Trip's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering?
Trip, you're the only one on this planet who can help me. Please.
Wow. Wow. It's been so long since I heard a polite word. I forgot I missed it. Yeah, I'll tell you anything. Everyone knows you can trust old Trip, huh?
Oh, well, now that he said that, I'm not entirely sure if he's entirely trustworthy. What did the Sandflies hire you to recover from the Catheria wreck?
You know, yeah, it's just medical supplies to take to...
Trip.
Alright, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean?
What kind of scary folk?
Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. But that's all I know. Swear to spice.
Trip.
Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
Cool. Alright, got the info off of him. I was expecting a little bit more, like maybe him asking us to do something for like a favor or whatever. Another pilot over there. Curious to take a look at the merchant though.
Been a while since a new face showed up around here. Welcome to Crossroads. There ain't no cross or roads, but the name persists. I'm Zoe. Used to be from Caladan. Now, I'm just another lost soul trying to get by on sand and sufferance.
Why is this place so dark all of a sudden? Yeah, like the illumination doesn't seem to be working when we're actually talking to her.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
What'll it be?
Really weird. Tell me about the outlaws here.
Up here? We're in the shadow of Misa Terrell. That's Masquerade territory these days, and the slavers live out east of here. My advice? Steer clear of them.
Misa Terrell. I've been calling it Missa Terrell. Who are the Masquerade?
Not outlaws exactly. Local scuttlebutt has it that there's some kind of crazy fake Fremen cult that prays to the dead worm and whatnot.
How do you know that they're not the real Fremen?
If they were real Fremen, they'd be dead. Sardaukar would have seen to that. Nah, the Masquerade is its own crazy thing. Crazy and murderous.
What is Misa Terrell?
It's a box canyon where the old tribes used to gather. Old Empire built a station to power the local labs and mining equipment. That is, until a worm came.
A worm? Was it drawn to the vibrations?
Nah, I heard some lunkheads lured it in. People still speculate as to why, but no one owned up to it. None that made it out to tell the tale.
What happened to the worm?
It got fried. 1 billion gigawatts will do that to most things. After that, the Masquerade moved in. What's on your mind?
Let's take a look at what she has to trade. Ooh, unique, old Sparky. New power pack that recharged quickly. With a slightly reduced power pool. Okay, quicker recharge, but less power overall. I don't know how I feel about that. A better still suit would be kind of cool though. 45,000 Solari. Don't have that kind of cash on us. Everything else seems pretty standard. Yeah, you can buy like materials and oh my god, she's got carbide scraps. Man, I could just straight up buy this stuff. Ooh, all of this as well. And diamondine dust. So, I mean, all sorts of stuff here. Look, maybe I don't want to spend all of my Solari buying materials just yet. I'm sure we can just scrummage around for some of these materials. Who's this person? A house person, probably.
Salutations and greetings to you on this fortuitous meeting, my stranger and friend-to-be. I have a premonition. We shall be good friends.
Barnabas Brightmorn. Tell me about House Talagari.
We are a house of troubadours and mummers. We are poets, playwrights, dancers, creatives, and innovators of stagecraft and performance technology. House Talagari practices the truest form of meritocracy, for artistic merit earns status and regard from our nobles and commoners alike.
Tell me about your homeworld.
Allow me to transport your mind's eye to the unblemished beauty that is the planet of Artesia, a gorgeous vacation spot that rivals Kitane.
I sincerely doubt that.
I detect a blend of jealousy and pride that can only come from Kitane. It is a wonderful place, to be sure, but have you been to Artesia? House Talagari achieves most of its wealth and standing through the creative arts, leaving our homeworld unspoiled by heavy mining or industry.
Tell me about your house's history.
Our stage is set long ago, just after the Butlerian Jihad and the death of the thinking machines. Talagari is recognized as a house miner. At the time, we were known for creating anthems to inspire rulers and their soldiers to grand action. We were the soundscape of victory. We brewed creative art in our minds and hearts over the centuries. From exquisite operas to lowbrow comedy, we ruled the stage and the imagination. Time passes. It is 3684 AG. An ominous meteor enters the stage. It collides with our former homeworld. Thankfully, most of the population was evacuated.
Bloody hell. How did your people survive?
Padishah Emperor Hayek Corino II, famed for his appreciation of the arts over politics and warfare, awarded House Talagari with 9 fief planets. Perhaps this was due to appreciation for the opera composed in his honor. In any case, we were promoted to the status of a House Major.
If only those who toil unseen were as recognized as you stage peacocks.
Well, you really ought to see a live performance of our epic tragedy honoring the doomed miners of planet Novabrans.
Okay. Let's come back to him if we ever really need to. But I think for now, it's time for us to explore this area a little bit more. I'm getting very excited here because I'm seeing these materials being available at the trader. And I do suspect we should be able to find some of this material, hopefully relatively easily in this area. So we do need to just go back to Andrea Gannon. Easily done, but I figure since we're already in this area, why not? Why not go out to this landmark, whatever it is, right? Mysa Teril. We do have another contract already to just scout the area as well, so just as well, right? Let me just take a look. It's kind of difficult to find the right contract to do in the area. Array Imperial Testing Station number 163, the cult. Yeah, here, the cult. This chain will award a unique armor at the end. That sounds good to me. Let's track that. Oh, it looks like some kind of a dam. A dam? Why would there be a dam? There's barely any water in this place. Maybe it's not a dam. Maybe it's just a wall. Okay. Should we go on foot at this stage? I think so. Shields up. So if it's just the Masquerette, I'm not too intimidated, to be honest. Yeah, okay, we are actually entering the area, so we should be able to find all this stuff. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers because if this is the place, then it's not very difficult to actually get here from our base, and we should be able to just constantly, like, farm this area for the materials we need. Like the Ornithopter is within reach. There are actually quite a lot of these guys. Makes me a little nervous. What the hell is going on? Is that a worm head? I think it might be. It's like electrified and everything. She did talk a little bit about, like, some worm being electrified, right? Come on. Come get it. Okay, that didn't kill them though. Okay, this weapon is pretty sick, but we kind of need to be a little bit careful with how we use it. Probably not the best for long range. And only 4 shots as well, so we do need to keep that in mind. Actually, I'm just looking at the ammo required for it. We don't even need the light darts. What am I doing? Didn't realize. Yeah, the light darts are actually useless for this thing. It's getting pretty hot out here, though. Just gonna take a little bit of cover, maybe heal up a little bit. I don't know what to expect in front of us here. Are we dealing with some kind of a boss fight? Potentially, or... Let's get into the shade a little bit. There's more stuff over that way. What is going on? It almost looks like ritualistic sort of offering or something. Whoa. Yes, yes, come closer. Nice. Okay. Can we grab more blood? It's probably the last amount that we can grab. Okay. What is going on out here? More importantly, where are those carbide scraps and diamondine dust that we need? Maybe up that way. Oh yes, yes, thank you. Grab all of that. Do I want aluminium ores? I suppose I can grab some, and I can always tuck those in the buggy when we get back. Take that. Another chest over there. I don't know what to expect out here. Again, it seems like a very big open space, which makes me a little nervous. Yeah, too bad none of these guys actually dropped the stuff that we're looking for, but... yeah, I'm just not entirely sure where I should be looking. Yeah, okay. Gigantic worm. It's not just the head of the worm, it's the entire thing, I suppose. Let's continue this way. And I'm just gonna check the other side before we continue through the center. Not a terrible amount of carbide scraps, to be honest. We've only found 2 pieces. Or 2 bunches of it. So I'm hoping there's a little bit more, but... yeah, it's not really very fruitful going into some of these side alleys. I suppose now we know where some of the chests are, so we can always just come back to wherever they're hidden. But, yeah, perhaps maybe there's going to be more as we progress. Nope, nothing here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here either. Alright, let's keep going in. Surely there's got to be a hell of a lot more inside. Can you tell I'm desperate for some of this material? I really want to get my wing. That's a melee attacker. Oh, yeah, big whiffs. You gotta remember that our shields actually do go down when we do fire off a shot. What the hell was that? I think that was maybe a Bene Gesserit skill. This might be... is this a boss fight? Sniper over there. Hang on. We are taking fire from somewhere. Okay, good. Just looking for those chests. Not really seeing anything in this first room. What's this? Bit of cash. Mystery at Misataril. We can turn that in, because all we needed to do was just scout the area. Let's go back to it. Yeah, contact issuer. Okay, so motive and madness. Search a mass correct container. Search another mass correct container. Investigate sacrifice site at Misataril. Okay, so we need to find 2 containers to complete this anyway. Hopefully we'll come across a couple of them in this area. I should have actually done that as soon as we completed the scouting, to be honest. All good. If we have to redo stuff, that's fine. Ooh. Interesting. What's through here? A key. I'll take that. Obviously we do need to go through there, but there's this pathway as well. And also a door, which is now unlocked for us, so that's a bigger door, so I'm gonna take this smaller door first. Yeah. Ooh. Bit of intel as well. Do like that. So is that a mass correct container? Or is one of these a mass correct container? I'll leave the fuel cells. Whoa, yes, I do like all of this. Spark sword. I'm gonna need to let go of stuff. I don't think we really need the flower sand. Maybe the salvage metal. If push comes to shove, I might get rid of our suspensor belt, or the spare one. Yeah, let's grab that and that. Decalitergon, I don't think we really need that, to be honest. Grab the Solaris. Right. Oh, getting there. We are finding the carbide scraps and the diamond dye and dust. We just need more of it. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Yeah. So we've just, like, reached the other side of the Otterham. Strange. Just take a look at our quest here. Search mass correct container. 534 meters. Let's see if we can aim for that. I assume it's in this area, but I feel like we've likely explored everything. Seems a lot smaller than I expected it to be, though. Rest the main story to access this area. Okay, right, so can't exactly go there. Like enemies, yeah, okay. Enemies have respawned, unfortunately. if there's anything around this way. Probably not. Interact with this thing? Probably not. Come, come. Come, sir. Oh, no. Damn it. Okay, I think that's probably the best place. Okay, so now we need to recover our stuff as well. Look, shouldn't be too difficult. Got a little bit overconfident there. I'm just excited about having new skills to try and use up close. Whew. Alright. Come on then. Okay. Yeah, this is clearly not the right weapon for facing off against heavies, since your shield actually goes down while you're charging the shot, so yeah, a bit disappointing. There we go. Let's go. Container should be around here somewhere. There. Okay, and there should be another one. Okay. And where's our stuff? Okay, and I guess we just need to contact the issuer on this one. So, let's go ahead and do that. Accept. So next part of the contract Crysknife bounty. Find a crysknife or a crysknife heart. Contact the issuer. Apparently it might be in this area. Yeah, actually it is, so I mean, we may as well try to complete as many objectives while we're here. Probably a few enemies may have respawned once more. Too bad the loot doesn't respawn as often. Gives us a chance to, you know, just double check that we haven't missed anything. Whoa. It's literally overshot. Can they come back in? Maybe. Ow. What are we looking for? Oh, hang on. There he is. Oh, I hate this melee attack.
Enemy found.
I need to
Shields up.
look for some cover, to be honest.
They're here. Shield on.
Okay, crysknife? No. God, it was so annoying. Apparently should be here somewhere. Maybe here? Broken crysknife hilt. I'm gonna need to make way for it. I suppose I don't need this spare welding torch. So let's grab that. And yeah, we just need to deliver this thing. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna do one more check to see if none of the stuff has respawned. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Time to leave. And hopefully we can get out of here alive. I'm not entirely sure we have enough for the ornithopter that we're trying to build. I'll figure that out when we get back to the base, but even if we don't, I would say what we could do is just come back multiple times to get the materials that we need and then build it in the next episode. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Just trying to get out of here before we see enemies respawn.
In judgment, resolute. In movement, inexorable. In authority, absolute. We masquerade.
I'm just going to take a peek through here. Okay, yes. There's plenty more stuff over here which we haven't exactly seen.
But not all Fremen have kept their bond. No, not all have been constant in their devotion. No, our so-called brethren of the desert are Fremen in name only. Fremen is a name that unites them. Yet I say it is a name that sets them apart. It is a name that now christens one. A name that libels the truth. No, that name we no longer use, except in derisive contempt of those who have blackened their eyes and lost their way.
And I'm just trying to look for more of these chests, but I don't really see any more. So, yeah, a bit disappointing. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, our suspensor belt is about to break, so I'm gonna need to repair this as soon as I get home. Not bad though, I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved in this episode. I didn't know it was so easy to get to this area from our base. I literally thought we would have to sort of like go through the Otterham to get here, and in fact, if you tried to do that through the Otterham, you literally can't actually get through, so that was kind of funny in my opinion. I wish we could just like find a way through the Otterham, but I guess it makes sense that the cult here has blocked off access to the Otterham from the inside, or from the outside, that is. Alright, we do need to get to the trading post. I reckon we'll probably do that in the next episode. I am going to call it an episode here for now. Take a break. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a like down below, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.